So, Dr. Umar Johnson speaks on Catlin Clark. Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So we know that Catlin Clark is basically been probably the most popular basketball player the last 2 years. She built up a large fanfare, a lot of attention over the last 2 college seasons. And of course, she went to the last 2 NCAA women's championship games, of which she lost both. But she built up a lot of attention, and that attention she has now bought into the WNBA because she was drafted the #1 pick overall. As a result of this, the WNBA has gotten more attention than I can ever remember to getting, probably ever. You know, people are watching more of the games now. You know, for the first time in 27 years, the 27-year history of the league, they're profitable. The first year they're profitable. They made more money the night that she was drafted than they did the previous 5 years. Again, ticket sales are up league-wide. Right now, all of the teams are taking charter flights because of the attention that she's brought to the league, and yet the females are hating on her. And in true female fashion, they're hating on her, and she really did nothing. All she did was just play her game. And just like a female, they're going to hate on her regardless if it benefits her, because a rising tide lifts all boats, and the attention that she's bringing to the league has already benefited them, yet they still choose to hate. Now, I've heard people say, and again, it's not even the players, it's not just the player, but it's also females not in the game, saying that, well, they only give her this attention because she's white and she's pretty or something like that. Well, she's not pretty. She's at best a 4. And has nothing to do with her being white, because if it was simply her being white, there's been white folks in the WNBA before she was even born. So wouldn't the league have already been popular if it was just because she's white? Hell, there have been white players in college basketball before, white females in college NCAA basketball before I was born. So if that was the case, the WNBA would have been popular, but it just started because of her attention, and it has nothing to do with her being white or what she looks like. It has to do with her game. She's basically the Steph Curry of female basketball, and that's why she built up that following, because of her skill on the court. Nothing that she's done off the court. Now, of course, Dr. Umar Johnson has something to say about her, because he's never going to let the opportunity go without him being able to cry racism about something.
I think the problem is that the white power structure and the WNBA has an agenda to make Catlin Clark the athletic face of the league. Now, they can make her the marketing face of the league, but it's going to be difficult to make her the athletic face of the league, because she is not to the WNBA what LeBron James was to the NBA. She's not a Luka Doncic or Nikola Jokic. She's not a Larry Bird, if you will. And so the problem, as I see it, is the WNBA wants to pass off responsibility for Catlin Clark not being the instant athletic phenom they want her to be.
Okay, first off, she is the face of the league. There is no such thing as no marketing and athletic face. There's only a face, and she is that face. Okay, he's just trying to discredit her because, well, he's a race hustler who's looking for something to cry race about. And the fact that a white female has gotten all his attention, he believes he's gonna use it as an opportunity to cry racism. Now, as far as LeBron James and the players in the NBA, when LeBron James entered the league his rookie season, he was not the LeBron James that we all know today. Okay, he didn't come in and bring all the attention to a league that basically, prior to that, never made a profit. Nobody was watching. He wasn't the biggest name in the game when he came in. Okay, back then Kobe was the man in the league when LeBron James first started. And there were several other players who had bigger names than him. So you cannot compare what she's doing for the WNBA to what LeBron James or any other player really in recent history of the in my lifetime, my knowledge and remembrance of the NBA. You can't compare it. None of them did this for their league, what she's doing for the WNBA. So that's foolishness. And when she started out in the league, again, she started out slow, something that the haters never forgot to mention to us. However, what the haters aren't mentioning is that game is improving. I mean, she just had a 30-point game, and really, truly, the problem that she's had is the lack of chemistry with her players. I mean, I saw someone uploaded a video breaking down her games, and they just like, because they play so many games in such a short period of time, they've had a lack of practice time, and they're just lacking the chemistry. But like I say, her game is improving now, and it is going to continue to improve as she get used to the speed and the physicality of the WNBA.
You saw what happened the other day. There was a game that the Indiana Fever had with Chicago Sky. And Kennedy Carter, I believe is the sister's name, she had shoulder checked Catlin Clark to the floor. The referees called a common foul, and the WNBA later upgraded the common foul to a flagrant foul. Well, everybody's up in arms calling Kennedy a bully. She's jealous. The black women of the WNBA are jealous of Catlin Clark because she's getting all of this attention. Wait a minute, time out. Why didn't anyone talk about the play just before the one that led to the shoulder check? Catlin Clark went over the head of one of Kennedy Carter's teammates, hit her in the head. The foul was not called. And then on the way back up the court, she proceeded to trash talk the opposing team. So you know, in any sport, when you foul someone and it's not called, and then you have the audacity to trash talk the other team on your way up the court, paybacks are due. That's in the WNBA, that's in the NBA, that's in college, that's in white America. Took issue with it, and nobody focused on the fact that she started the whole thing.
Catlin Clark really did nothing to Kennedy Carter. If you actually watch the video and watch the video evidence, you will see Carter was actually, again, this was during the play, she went up trying to go for a rebound, and she actually backed into where Catlin Clark was standing. Now, Catlin Clark stepped around her to try to go for a rebound, and everybody, he's trying to say that she basically went over her head or something like that and supposedly elbowed her. That was all a part of the play of what happened. That was all part of the play. In no way, shape, or form was that the same as that blindside hit that she actually put on Catlin Clark. And this was before, when she was standing there waiting for the ball to be inbounded. So ball wasn't even in play. That was just a cheap line shot. And obviously, I would say that my standpoint is almost ejection worthy what she did. Again, that was not part of the game at all. So in no way, shape, or form can he conflate those two. So either Dr. Umar Johnson is lying, or he's just following a race crowd and he didn't actually see what happened. Regardless, he's wrong based on what the evidence showed us.
And what really perturbed me was when I went to the sports commentators on television, I hear Charles Snow Bunny Barkley calling the black women of the WNBA jealous. He said they're jealous of Catlin Clark. And then Snow Bunny Shannon Sharp, he chimes in with the same false criticism, saying that they're jealous of Catlin Clark. Nobody's jealous of Catlin Clark. No disrespect to her, because I don't think she deserves this, because she hasn't said or done anything that would warrant anybody intentionally pursuing her.
I agree with him here that Catlin Clark has really did or said anything thus far. Matter of fact, if you watch her interview, she's basically said, you know, with all the bumps and the things that she's taking, hey, it's just part of the game and we just gotta improve and get better. So she's actually handled this with class. However, they are hating on her. There is a lot of hate and jealousy from the players in the league and the black females not in the league. There's plenty of hate on her. That is absolutely clear. I mean, they were saying this before she was even drafted. Hell, before the season was up, they were saying that the NBA, the NCAA season was up, that when she comes to the league, it's going to be a rude awakening, and they've been going after her. But clearly, this is jealousy and hate. So once again, Dr. Umar Johnson is lying his ass off here. But no surprise here, because people on the left are willing to lie to push their narrative. Race hustlers and brainwashed blacks will lie to push their narrative. They do this all the time. And this is an example of that.
Beyond the fact that a lot of much better players are being overlooked in deference to the white rookie, which I could understandably recognize if you got players who've been in this league for 1 year or more years who are way better than Catlin Clark, and they have been overlooked to be the athletic face of the WNBA, and everybody knows why. Because she's the new white girl who they want to be the ambassador for the sport. The problem is she isn't that good enough.
Once again, this is not about race. It has nothing to do with race. It's about the attention that she's gotten in the league because of her skill, because of her Steph Curry-like skill. Now, when LeBron James, again, when he entered the league, there were better players than him. So, I mean, off the top of my head, I can think of Kobe Bryant was there. You know, Tim Duncan was still playing at the time. I believe even Shaq was still in the game, you know, when 20 years ago, plus years ago, when LeBron James came in the league straight out of high school. So, I mean, this is the case for a lot of rookies. It's not like, you know, she's any different from many other rookies. But however, her game has been steadily improving. You know, she's becoming more and more impactful. She's getting more and more chemistry with her team. You can see it. I think I saw a stat that said that she was the 17th highest scorer in the league compared to where she started. So her game is improving. So imagine where she's going to be in a couple of years from now.
And then Matt Barnes, he chimes in again with Snow Bunny Shannon Sharp, and they both say that Catlin Clark's teammates are not protecting her. Protect her from what, Matt Barnes? Protect her from what, Snow Bunny Shannon Sharp? She started the altercation. She hit the girl in the head. I do believe it was inadvertent. It was a basketball play. I don't think it was a dirty, cheap shot, but you still hit her and the ref didn't call it. And then you trash talked her and you got what you were looking for. So why are you calling on Aaliyah Boston, Catlin Clark's teammate, to be the plantation mammy of the WNBA and play bodyguard for Catlin Clark? Time out.
Protecting your teammates is not being a plantation mammy. That's the dumbest nonsense I've ever heard. Okay? It's called protecting your teammates. Players do this all the time. You know, he talked about how players have to, in the WNBA, deals with the physicality all the time, and that's just what it is. Well, it's the same thing. Players have defended their teammates all the time. So it is not about being no protection mammy, about plantation mammy. It's about defending your teammates. Okay, this is him injecting race again into something where race isn't, which is why I can't take this fool serious, and why I say he's full of crap, and he's wrong in just about everything he says. Everything he says is full of holes and it's easily ripped apart. So if the black player protects another black player, is she still being a plantation mammy? No, you protect your teammates. That's something that if I don't know if you play team sports, but that's the camaraderie that you have with your teammates. Apparently he didn't.
Aaliyah Boston is a National Player of the Year. Aaliyah Boston is a Olympic gold medalist. Aaliyah Boston is an NCAA champion. Aaliyah Boston has her own status and prestige in the WNBA. She's just as accomplished, if not more so, than Catlin Clark. So why would you reduce her to being the on-court mammy whose new job now is not to play basketball, but to defend the privileged white girl, Catlin Clark, from other black female athletes. It's
Aaliyah Boston hasn't brought the eyes and the attention to the league that Catlin Clark has. Okay? Every year of the WNBA, there's a player of the year. Okay? Every year there's a women's WNCAA basketball team that wins the championship. Okay, there have been plenty of gold medal winners that have played in the WNBA, and none of them have brought the same attention that Catlin Clark has brought to this league. So for him, like I said, it's just him trying to not give her credit for what she's done. You might well just, yeah, she did it. She brought this attention. Let everybody else benefit from the attention, and they will. Just because he's acting like a female here. Either he's acting like a female, or he knows that saying this is going to stoke the race flames, which is going to make him more profitable, because that's what race hustlers do. Anyway, like I said, this has nothing to do with protecting your teammates, regardless of their skin color. It's just him being a race hustler, doing what race hustlers do.
Then we come to LeBron Buck Dancing James, LBJ. And then LeBron James gets on the internet and he basically tells the black women of the WNBA to chill out and relax. Catlin Clark is the reason you guys are getting all this new attention. She's the reason that you guys are making more money. She's the reason attendance has picked up. She's the reason you guys are getting chartered flights. Well, guess what? I disagree with you, LeBron James. I disagree with you. And let me tell you why. Have you noticed, LeBron James, Charles Barkley, Shannon Sharp, that because of Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky tickets have quadrupled in sale? That the stadium has quadrupled in attendance? Why is nobody talking about the Angel Reese effect? So you're telling me people are going to watch Angel Reese? Although Catlin Clark does not play in Chicago, people are going to watch Angel Reese because Catlin Clark is in the WNBA? That's not true. They're watching Angel Reese for Angel Reese.
And Dr. Umar Johnson is just going to continue this tripping. He's really tripping if he thinks that this woman is not bringing all the attention, which she absolutely is the reason for all the attention that's on the league. There's no question about it. And I say that people on the left are willing to lie to push a narrative. Here you go. There's this idea that this woman has not brought all this attention to the league is evidence of that they will lie. I mean, tell me, he's so racist that he can't give a white woman her credit. But that's what it is. I mean, ticket sales are up league-wide, not just because of Angel Reese. I mean, this clown literally said that Angel Reese is responsible for the extra attention and the ticket sales and the viewership of the Chicago Sky. So what about the rest of the league? And you notice he only focus on the Chicago Sky. That's because he can't find any other black rookie that he can try to pin credit to. Trust me, if he could, he would. But the only other black rookie that he can think of that's getting any attention will be Angel Reese. And that's mostly because of what she did off the field. And because of her classics act when she basically chased down and followed behind Catlin Clark to do the "You Can't See Me" after the end of the game. That was very classless. So she's acting the very opposite of what Catlin Clark is. But like I said, the ticket sales are up league-wide. I don't know what he just refused to give this white devil her credit. That's all this is.
Last time I checked, Angel Reese beat the University of Iowa for the national championship 2 years ago. And the reason why Angel Reese is being demonized by the WNBA, white media, white society, and the coonocracy of the WNBA is because they did not forgive her for spoiling Catlin Clark's season 2 years ago.
Nobody's hating on Angel Reese because of the championship game in 2023. Any criticism that Angel Reese has gotten, as I said, was because of that classist act she did as the game was ending and once the game was over. That was very classless on her part. And any other criticism that they have against her for Angel Reese is mostly what she did off the court. All of the shenanigans, all of the social media nonsense that she was doing off the court is what people started hating on her and criticizing her for, but not because it's no game. Not because she won a championship. That's a damn lie. Once again, leftists are willing to lie. Race hustlers are willing to lie. And again, another example of him sitting here theorizing on what white people think again. He loves to do that, tell white folks what they're thinking, when he has no clue what they're thinking. He's just making stuff up. All these race hustlers make that nonsense up. But would get upset if somebody starts theorizing what black folks think. True black hypocrisy. Anyway, I stopped watching after this point because I got like 9 minutes up into a 24-minute video, and this is probably gonna be, the video is probably well over maybe 15 minutes, and that's too long for me. So, I'll probably go in and maybe do another video part 2. Because, this dude is just truly an idiot. The reason why I make these videos on him, because I say he's an idiot, and I want to put the proof out that he's an idiot. People, and I would say this, any of those people who think that this man is intelligent,
you must be out of your goddamn mind.
You are truly out of your mind. You are absolutely out of your mind to believe that nonsense. He's proven nothing but to be an idiot. And this is just another video, and as y'all can see, everything he said, just about everything he said in that first 9 minutes, I've literally destroyed. So what else he's saying in the rest of the video? But anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents. Dr. Umar Johnson is nothing but a racist that's always crying about racism. And as always, y'all, until next time.